All right, there we go. I forgot to turn my headset on. Hello, boozers, and welcome to a live booze reviews. Yeah, I thought I'd do this live because, well, I haven't really done anything live before, so I thought I'd give this one a shot to see how it is. So, what do we have today? Well, as you know, it is Game of Thrones Sunday. So that means we will be looking at a Game of Thrones beer. I have been not keeping up with the Game of Thrones series by this brewery. I tried to. I really tried to, but it didn't work out so well. So these beers have not gotten cheaper. They've gotten smaller, but they have not gotten cheaper. So today I will be looking at King in the North. I said of the North in my thing, but it's King in the North. It's a barrel-aged Imperial Stout. A beer for Jon Snow. A rich, bold Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. Dark, aromatic and full-bodied. It's a fitting companion for a long, dark night. Well, it's not getting long. There's no long, dark nights here anymore, so we are going to be popping this sucker open because we can. And for all the people out there that are getting ready for Game of Thrones, this one's for you. I love the cap. That is absolutely a cool cap on there. That's going to go in my collection behind me that you can't see right now. All right. And I've got my chalice ready. This is also a little bit of a shout out to Hubtown Brewing. I was supposed to be going out to their Game of Thrones opening thing. I won one of their chalices, not this one. It's a nice metal chalice, and I was supposed to go out there today, but I didn't feel like being around crowds today. So very sorry about this. And yeah, I'm just not into being out in public right now. Just, just, just not. I'll explain it to another time in another live thing. But for now, let's get into the beer. Okay, first of all, what the fuck? I'm not gonna lie when I say a rich dark imperial stout should not be this much head on there. There should not be a lot of head on here. But that being said, there's a big frothy head on there. That looks like it is pretty dark. The smell. Have a little bit of the bourbon note on there. Not really getting much of a roasted malt. Getting like a woody note as well. Smells damn good. Well, this chalice is huge. So, cheers, guys. Wow. There's a lot of licorice in that. Yeah, I'm getting a very strong licorice taste in there. Um, the alcohol isn't quite present there, so it's not quite there. You do get the woody notes afterwards, and you do get that bourbon note, that very strong alcohol note on there. But it doesn't have the alcohol burning. It's got the alcohol sort of bourbon notes in there. Then you get a dark, like a roasted malt slash coffee aftertaste. That is one hell of a complex beer. Hmm. That was not bad. Um, it's lighter than I would have thought in the way of the body. I would love to have had it a little bit of a thicker body. Imperial stouts for me mean like almost like a slight molasses kind of body to it, and it's got a little bit of a thicker note to it than this. It's a little bit lighter, but it does have an interesting flavor. Those coffee notes are really coming through now. They're just very strong. But seriously, coming in at 11%, that is not actually a bad beer. Um, but I would love more wood notes on there. I would love more of the bourbon barrel. It was like it was just put in there, just swilled around, and then tossed back out again. I'm not like in the very beginning, you had those flavors. Afterwards, they do subside quite a bit, which is really disappointing because I love my bourbon barrel aged beers, and they have to be thick. They have to be very robust. They have to have the flavor throughout, through and through on each very sip and swallow. This personally, for me, doesn't have that. I don't know if there's anything at the bottom here. I'm just going to give it a quick swirl around, see if there's anything that I'm missing, just to double check. It's been known to happen. It has been known to happen. Same smells before. Ah, there we go. That bourbon came back a little bit more. It's like there's some sediment at the bottom that seemed to have pretty much got left behind a little bit. Let's have a quick peek again. This is a heavy chalice. I can't hold on to it. I have to keep putting it down. Sucker's got some weight for it. I have to say it was a good chalice to get too. Good timing for this. Yep, no, it's there, but it's not. Depending on the swallow, or depending on how long you leave it before you take your next sip. I don't know. It's good. It's really good, and it's got a beautiful warming on it. This is going to be a sipper for the rest of the night, I think. But it's just not something that, like, I love my Blind Man Brewing. You've seen my Blind Man Brewing reviews of their barrel aged series. They have their robust flavors. They put in the heavy stouts. They make it big. This is big, but it's not bold. Needs to be a little bit more bolder, in my opinion. Still damn good. It is still damn good, and I can see why they sort of dialed it back a bit, because a lot of people are scared of having bourbon barrel aged stouts. So you scale it back a little bit to just sort of let people ease into it if you've never had it before, which is pretty much appropriate for something like this, because this is a high selling beer. A lot of people bought this beer right away, and they felt that they wanted it. It sold out. I'm lucky I grabbed a bottle of it because it sold out at my local beer store, and I'm glad I bought a bottle of it when I did. Um, it's still a good beer, still a solid beer. Ommegang's really good in what they do. I'm not gonna lie, just missing a little bit more for my tastes, my personal tastes. Yeah, it would definitely warm me up, but there's stuff that I'm kind of not getting out of there that I should be getting. The whole roundabout flavor, the whole mix with everything, should really be getting that. It's just it's missing. There's something that is missing for my personal taste. It's still really good, but yeah. Anyways, I've said it's still really good multiple times. So I'm going to disappear here, get ready for my Game of Thrones. We got a feast going on that we're going to be doing upstairs, and just sort of relaxing, kicking back, and watching Game of Thrones tonight. I think is going to be our plan for tonight. Um, it's been a long week. We've had I've had an incredibly long week, and it's not quite done yet. And I kind of just sort of want to distress for a bit because I've got a huge decision to come up with in the next few days, which I'll be discussing in one of my live vlogs. But yeah, until next time, folks, if you've had this one, What do you think of it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think that the Game of Thrones is ready to take on this beer, or should they have actually took a little bit more care and attention into this beer and given it a little bit more oomph? I mean, we had 598 days, and they probably could have. It doesn't say, or does it say how long they actually? See, I squirrel moments here when I do live. Um, yeah, I can't really read that because it's too shiny. Like seriously, too shiny, and my lights are doing not much to it. Oh well, okay. It was brewed in 2018, so yeah. I don't know how long they kept it in the barrels for. It doesn't really say. But for 11% beer, the alcohol isn't present, which is a good thing. Anyways, till next time, folks. It's Game of Thrones time. It's Game of Thrones. It's back. It's taken a sweet ass time, and we're gonna sit down and watch it. To everybody out there, cheers. Stay frosty. We'll see you real soon. Thanks again for joining. And to Hubtown Brewing, I'm really sorry I'm not coming out. I just, you know, one of those things. I've explained it to you and you guys understood, but I do have somebody that's going to be taking my spot for that VIP area. Thanks again. Have yourselves a wonderful night. And for the North, or for the throne, or for the dragons. Always about the dragons. Love my dragons. Cheers, folks. We'll talk to you real soon.